we're live.
Huh?
It's alive! It's alive!
Hello and welcome to From Here to Paternity's Fourplay stream. I am Scott, the man who watches birds and polishes turds. We'll pass it on to my hetero life mate, Damien.
I am Big D, and I'm going to pass that on to the peeled banana man.
Yes, by day I am mild-mannered Eric. At night I am Banana Man. Also known as the Unapologetic Geek. Check me out on YouTube. After this, of course. And I'm going to pass it off to Joe.
After these messages.
And hi, I'm Joe, the ready to hibernate fat bear.
Yes, we are all ready to hibernate.
That's right. So, sorry, I was just putting out all the, streams. I don't know why it doesn't, on my YouTube, it says that it hasn't started yet.
Well, because you started the thing, and when you create a stream, it just it doesn't link to those previous ones. So if you hit refresh, you should see one. I think.
No, yeah, it still says waiting. Anybody else see it live?
No.
I'm trying to figure out why it looks so blurry live. Oh, I know why. I think I dropped my... Yeah, that's why.
Joe, sorry. Yeah, sorry, people. Enjoy the stream.
I've got it. It's live. Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. All right, that's all I care about. So, yes, the big thing right now this week is Fat Bear Week. Joe, I don't know if you have that link that I sent you that has the whatever October 4th through 18th Fat Bear Week voting list or whatever. It's the National Park System.
I've got this here.
There's the link right there.
Yeah, Katami.
Well, that's the NPR.
The
National Park Service
Katmai.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let me
The Katmai.
see if I can pull that up.
And then that way they can see who we're talking about.
We're talking about fat bears. Is what we're talking
That's
about.
right. That's right.
Big
It has
chunks.
it has the meet the bears.
Yeah.
And so I thought since we're all four fat bears and some of us hairier than others, some of us fatter than others. Eric is
all my hair's on my back.
I know all of mine has moved south for the winter. And Eric,
this is what you're talking about, right?
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. So Katmai, I have no idea how to pronounce that.
You find it at
But-
the National Park Service website.
Yes. And you know what?
I can.
Yeah, number 32 right there, that first one.
Sure.
If you slide that over, chunk, he's chunky.
Yeah.
That's a chunky bear.
He's
So
a
that's like
chunky bear.
before and after.
Yeah. So he has put on some good weight, but yeah,
He has eaten his own body weight in salmon.
We were gonna
Speaking of
go
which,
through
I had
that-
salmon for breakfast. We had bagels with lox, so I had some
nice.
smoked salmon for breakfast. That was awesome.
There you go. Right.
So
hey,
I am a fat bear. So
you're falling into
Yep.
just joining, just really, becoming a character actor in that way.
Exactly.
And so, so I thought it would be, since it's the talk right now, I thought it would be kind of fun for us to look at the bears and talk about who we like the most. So, it's coming right for us. It's coming right for us. And so, as Joe, if you want to scroll down, the first one is good old 32 Chonk, as we showed. And so, yeah, he is definitely I love that gut, like that. Okay, you go back to the original, the first one, not the before. That's a big freaking bear.
Yeah.
Right. And then you go to this, and you're like, sweet God Almighty, what in the heck? I never realized they got that big.
Yeah, he's got
That's
a
what
belly
beer will
full
do.
of fresh salmon
I know.
in there.
And with all the salmon that they eat and those omega-3s, and those omega-6s, all the omegas that they're ingesting.
They
Like
are
the
a
fact
Omega bear.
that they aren't taking us over to rule this planet with their massive brains just leads me to be in awe.
The
of,
fact
like,
that bear can even waddle its way back to its den after it's done eating that much is just, yeah. It's amazing to me. Like, just look at it, like, gut is so big, it's like, how do you even walk, dude?
Yeah. Because at what point do the struggle continuing to eat,
Yeah.
and catching salmon is like, oh, dude.
At
no.
some point,
He's got like
it's self-
Wilford
just too
Brimley
much
eyebrows.
work.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
He
It's
does.
like really tired. Diabetes.
At
Yeah, I was
some point,
about to say,
it's self-limiting. They become so fat they just can't catch any more fish.
Yeah. No, like Chunk is coming to us to talk to us about diabetes and diabetes treatments. And he's not riding on the horse because the horse is like, nope, I give up. I have given.
No, he ate the horse.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
right.
how he got so big.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay, the next one.
But he's not even my favorite, so we got to keep going. Yeah.
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 Okay, so the next one is Grazer.
Uh-huh.
There's
Razor
the
started
before.
out looking pretty slim there. He's kind
Yeah,
of athletic down there.
oh.
Look at him.
She
It looked
she
like-
got
Or she. Yeah.
yeah
looks like you
she got thick.
Yeah.
That looks like I'm young. And then middle
That looks like a teddy bear almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's
not
like-
so much.
Yeah.
Now the bed.
Yes. hey, as Sir Mix-a-Lot once told us,
Baby got back.
she does. Oh. And my anaconda
way
wants
around.
Oh
some.
my
No,
God.
just kidding.
Becky.
Look at her butt.
Boom, 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 boom,
It's
boom.
so big.
Yeah. So apparently, and you know what? Sir Mix-a-Lot from the Pacific Northwest. So apparently, maybe this was some of his inspiration.
Maybe.
And now these are all in Alaska, but I mean, it's close. Why not? Like,
You know, maybe he's a furry behind closed doors. Maybe,
hey, you know what? If he is, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
We were at the Halloween store, like a really big Halloween warehouse we have around here, and they have costumes and stuff. And me and my wife were in one section that had a bunch of like fur masks, and then we were looking at these giant fur tails, and we're like, "This is starting to get uncomfortable."
I'm gonna
Oh.
yip you all
Step
night.
out of your comfort zone, Eric. Okay.
Hey, don't yuck somebody else's
No.
yum now.
I know, and like the fact that Eric didn't just look to her and go, "Yippee, baby, yippee," like that. That was such a missed
I
opportunity.
like my marriage.
All right, so next we have yet another adult male, good old Walker Texas Ranger.
I'm calling a flag on this one because that before picture, it looks like it was manipulated to make it look like it's even thinner. Like it looks like the picture is stretched vertically.
Yeah.
You know, I was about to say like Walker. I don't see much of a difference. Like
Not really.
like a little
Walker
bit
was-
of a belly,
Walker was
but
in the
fur.
berry patch pretty hard before he got to the river. So.
right, like like
It kind of looks like a bunch of flab. Like maybe like he was
Yeah.
really big and then he got really thin and then he got really big again.
He's got the excess skin going
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
like this is the one where Nutrisystem goes, "We're so sorry. We're so sorry." Like the before and after is exactly the same, and like we failed this person. This is
Never
we
underestimate the
failed
bounce.
them. Right. And so yeah, so Walker, to me, I love Walker. I love you, buddy, but I don't see much of a difference,
Yeah.
and so I like the before
Walker's
and after.
fat fast diet did not make him
Yeah.
that much fatter. So
Right, I know, right? And so
Keep on keeping on. You just do anything.
yeah,
eat some more salmon there, Walker.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so next we have, I believe, a female. No, adult male.
164.
So 164 is adult male.
He was looking
So-
pretty kind of shabby there, before.
Oh
His hair
yeah,
was all
yeah.
thinning and
Looks
he's
almost
like,
mangy in the face.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
Yeah. Looks like he's been through some shit.
Right.
Like, man,
He's
if you only
seen
knew.
things.
Look at him.
Looks like
He's
hyena in the front.
yeah, he's
I know,
kinda look like a
"Look what
hyena,
I've
you're right."
seen." And then,
164.
and then after, he's like, fistful of salmon there, and he's just like, yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's
Like-
like, don't judge me yet. I'm still working on it.
I know 164, like the before looks like the Vietnam vet. That's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, you could tell that person has been through the ringer,
Yeah.
right?
And this bird back here is like, let me get a piece.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me
Yeah.
get a
Want some
piece.
salmon?
I don't know, man. It looks like he could eat more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. But
He does have that look on his face like, hey, ladies. You like what you see?
I'm not too big. I can't get some,
no, like, and one of the things I'm really curious about is like the before. I'm curious if that's after like leaving, because they don't do a true hibernation, because they're not like, they wake up a few times during the winter, or at least I don't know about grizzlies, but I know like bears like are technically different with their hibernation than other animals. They don't
Well,
like fully.
he's
sleep
definitely
the whole
got some
winter.
serious bedhead in that before
Oh,
picture.
yeah.
So,
So like I'm curious if the before is when 164 first came out and wasn't having like the nutrients that he needed, and so that's where some of that mange, but then gets all this omega-3, like omega, and omega is good for your brain, for your like omega fats are good for your brain, for your hair, all this different stuff. And so why, like, I'm curious if that's why he looks so much healthier in the after or whatever. I don't know. Just curious. Something that I thought of.
he looks a little
There's-
bit
the-
like he's been locked up playing video games all winter or something. What
Do the omega-3s help with hair?
day is it today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Omega-3s
I mean, because
That
you
would
can
explain
Your
see,
a lot.
skin, your hair,
Yeah.
your
yeah,
organs,
because you see like this
brain.
very pale, thinning, and then
And that's their summer coat. They actually are
Yeah.
lighter in the summer than they are
Yeah.
just before
Yeah.
hibernation. They get much darker.
Yeah, and so like, and that makes sense because then they're not gonna like absorb as much hair, or I mean heat.
He almost looks like a redhead in that before picture too. So,
Yeah.
ginger
No.
bear.
Ginger bear.
Hyena,
A little
I'll take
bit,
a ginger
yeah.
beer.
Ginger
hyena.
beer.
Yeah. The hyena description is a really good. That was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good description. Like it really. All right, so next we've got 284. Good old 284. The before.
I honestly don't see
And
a whole
after.
lot.
Yeah,
of
I don't see a
difference
big difference. I see a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 284.
It's all in
There's
the back end.
It's all in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you just look at the front half
But
of his body, it doesn't look any different. But the back,
no, like there's
Definitely
a
bigger.
little bit of added weight in the neck, and there's a little bit of added weight in the cheeks. But yeah, no, it's mostly in the belly and the butt, right? And it could be because the front legs are dry, but the front leg looks a little bit thicker, but that might be
Beefier.
because the hair.
it could also just be that Instagram angle, you know.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's all
This
about
is-
like.
Yeah, this is that rear angle, and then you have the other ones from.
But she like, and also it is a female, so females don't get as big as the males, but she's definitely a pear,
Yeah. Yep.
more of a pear than an apple, and so
Yeah.
she
I don't think any of these bears have ever seen a pear or an apple.
but she's got good haunches, so, and that's always enticing.
Good bone structure.
Okay, and then let's go to our next female. We got 402. Like the before, she's a big girl,
Mm-hmm.
thin legs, thin
Really
haunches.
Yeah,
But-
you can see her hip bone starting to show through there a little bit in the.
Yep.
The biggest difference
Yeah,
I
right,
see is
yeah.
just her
And
fur. It went from like shag carpet to like felt carpet.
Yep.
Right.
She definitely
like-
looks much cuddlier.
She went to
now,
the salon.
so-
But go back to the
Yeah.
original.
Blow up.
Go back to the
Got her
original.
hair did.
Or go back to the before. So like, look, if you go up, you can actually like it. I'm not. That might even be the pelvic hip bone right there.
Yeah, that's what
The
I'm saying.
She
iliac
has no
crest.
butt. Yeah.
Yeah, like the iliac crest, and then like the bottom of I can't remember the.
Kinda looks
the
like my butt.
Bottom, the bottom of. But yeah, like there is like, MBAA, no butt at all. And so, and also like the shoulder haunches like are pretty like emaciated and everything. And so like you can see the shoulders. And so, but here, like it looks much smoother. I don't like, there's a little bit of a belly, but definitely see some
showing. We can't show this to kids.
Oh God, we're gonna get YouTube's gonna take us down.
Son of a bitch! We're no longer a child
This is
family
indecent.
friendly.
We can't.
Oh, we fucked it up. Okay,
Come on,
Fucking
Scott.
hell.
and so fuck me running. And so like oh yeah, sorry. But no, like, but also like the front leg doesn't get like the front leg actually looks bigger in the before than the after. And so, you know, one would think that as she's gaining weight, the muscle mass would need to get bigger too. So that's where I'm like, I don't know. So,
Anywho.
okay, next. This one, I don't know their gender.
Doesn't
Oh no,
even
it is a
look
female.
like
It's a
her.
female. It's a female. It's a female, and it's subadult. Okay, so it's a teenager. All right, so not quite an adult, not a child. But here's her like before.
I don't think we should comment too much on, you know, her looks. We don't want to give her a complex or anything. You know, 'cause she's-
True, and on top of it, also because she's not
All
an
good
adult, it's like we're getting into pedophilia.
It's a little
here.
creepy, yeah.
Yeah. It's a little creepy,
yeah.
yeah.
That's so like we'll just say like here she looks very very thin. Like there's some thin legs and everything, but her hair looks great. I think her fur looks like pretty nice. But there,
Oh, come on, look at that look.
Very healthy.
Just look at
She's
her
very
face.
healthy.
yeah, she's beautiful. She fills herself out well.
Mm-hmm.
But do you see the difference? Like those her legs like get much bigger, right? And so like.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's one to me like one of the things that I'm kind of looking at, because in order to carry that weight you have to build up muscle mass, and so the thickening of the legs kind of like can I assume tell you a little bit like how much the weight they're kind of putting on, because their muscles are going to need to get bigger to constantly walk to carry all that weight. Like
I'm just saying, look at her eyes. She knows you're looking at her ass.
That's true. She's like, she's shaming you. She is shaming you. She's like, you creepy son of a gun. This is not right what you're doing. What you're doing is not right, right? She is different than the angry Santa, because angry Santa sees what you're doing and he's okay with it. She is not okay with it.
She's got to be an intolerable teenager.
The worst, right? She's like, I know I look good. I know that I'm getting inappropriate looks and I'm not happy about it at all. But I'm going to give sass and I'm going to take a bunch of pictures and flaunt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just not cool. Not cool.
That's just one of her Instagram photos, you know. She's like,
Totally.
like, how you like it, boys?
You
She's-
sick animals.
She's going full on thirst trap
Yeah.
and then judging you for it.
Yep. Exactly.
It's your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Your fault for looking
Right.
at me. Yeah. The
That's right.
image
I'm
I
putting it
posted
out there,
for
and
everybody
I
to
want
look at.
people. I want the likes. I want the comments, but I'm upset about your comments. Right? Yeah. And but no, like her neck is thicker. Her face is much rounder. Like she did a good job, like getting ready for winter. So, like 428, doing well.
Let's move on to 435. Miss Holly Bear here.
Yeah, Miss
She
Holly.
started out as what looks like, you know, runway model bear.
Kinda.
Twiggy, definitely Twiggy, right?
Yeah, a little thin.
And what is that red thing on her shoulder? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly,
looks like
Joe.
a cut or something there. I don't know.
Yeah, like a cut or a tumor. Like
Or-
not a tumor. But-
who knows? It's an injury of some sort. It looks like, or possibly
know,
a very
right?
large parasite. It's alien parasites. They're coming for us. Coming for the bears. And now look at her.
neck.
Oh my god.
Now you don't mess
Oh.
with her, man.
She full on filled out.
That's
Good
a
Lord.
beast.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
She's gone full on BBW here. Yep.
Yeah, no, she
She might be my favorite so far.
she's
Got some
terrifying.
thickness.
She's terrifying.
She's
Like,
Miss Pog Bear here.
right, like again, like you're like they talk
She'll
about
eat
like
the last one.
like we had an Alaskan talk about mama bears, and again, there's not much that I'm gonna take seriously from her that brought up the mama bears. However, she's an Alaskan, so mama bears is one thing I'm gonna like actually take as like she knows what she's talking about. That's about all that she knows what she's talking about. But that is definitely one area. And if mama bears are like what she described, Holly terrifies me. And so, because that is a massive monster coming after you.
She is the definition of thickness.
So, thoughts and prayers for the photographer.
Yes.
Looks like he got
Yes.
eaten or she.
Oh, look at her. She is not happy about getting that picture.
That's
She is like,
homicide in her face.
Yeah.
right?
Like,
Good
no pictures until
Lord.
June. No pictures until June.
Like, she does not like the paparazzi. So, all right, let's go to our next one.
What kind of lens do you think he's using there? See?
Oh,
Good,
I would
like, how
hope a
far away?
telephoto lens from quite a distance,
Oh,
like 400 millimeters or so.
Yeah.
Maybe a satellite.
Possibly even like cropped way down from a very large megapixel image. You know what I'm saying? Like she was probably just a little speck on the image to
Yeah.
begin with, and they had to
No.
crop way in.
and one of the most excellent drones that you'll ever find.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what he's.
Maybe it's just
Well,
a
not
remote
anymore.
camera he
Right,
set up
right.
on the beach ahead of time. You know? Got a
And
little-
did you read the biography? She's
No.
had a life is one of hardship, surprises, and success. She raised an injured yearling cub in 2007, and the yearling bear is known as 89 Backpack. Still around, so she did a
Oh.
good
She's a
job.
good mama.
She's a good mom.
Good mama. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, dude, like
It
yeah,
is.
because I was reading about some of them, and like the way that the moms like protect the young against the adult males that are trying to kill them. Like I'm like I was like, oh my god, like so again, like I said, like
She's a
terrifies
former
me.
She
bear,
even
fat
adopted
bear
in
week champion.
2014. Wow. Holly
she's
adopted a lone yearling cub into her family in 2014. So
Wow.
not only is she a single mom raising, that raised a special needs child, she also adopted.
I gotta read this. A bachelorette's life has afforded her the opportunity to concentrate on her own needs, but like other single females, she'll need ample body fat to survive winter hibernation. She's not just a bear, she's a cougar.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, and you know what? She's a former Fat Bear Week champion.
She's a former champion.
Yeah.
I'd vote for her. She's
Yeah,
fucking
or
chunky.
else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, or
Do you
else.
see the look?
Yeah.
You better vote for her. She will not only kill you, but your progeny and your ancestors.
She's like, I will eat your children for
It will
a hibernation snack.
obliterate
That's
your
right.
entire family
I
line.
feed my children with your children.
Right. That's what I was about to say. Like, that's how my injured youngling survived, was off the sacrifices of your children. So. Okay, let's get to Otis.
Yeah.
Otis, I think he's the best success story of all.
Yeah, I think he's most improved. If
Oh.
there is
Yeah.
one if there's a most improved award, it's
Look at
gotta
how
be
Like,
his.
sad
you
that
just-
is.
You can
It-
see you can see rib cage.
You can see his
Oh.
hip bones, his
Yeah,
backbone.
vertebrae.
He looks
Yeah.
almost dead.
Pelvis. Yeah,
Like
you
zombie
can see
bear.
you could see the femur. You can see both parts of the pelvis bone, the pelvic bone. Like you can see like the shoulder. You can see the spine. You can see the
Yeah.
ridges on
Look
the
at
spine.
the spine. Oh,
The
God, that's
ridges
kinda
of the
disturbing.
spine, right? Like this is an emaciated,
He
like
had a
young
tough
man.
summer. Somebody chased him out of the berry patch because he did not get to
Oh.
partake. So
This is how I feel every time I eat a salad when I'm on a diet.
Yes, yes. All right, and then his after.
looking
Oh,
healthy.
look at that.
Oh,
Yeah.
go all the way, go all the way, go all. Oh,
Right.
there it is, there it is. Look at that roundness of the haunches, man. Like that boy filled himself out.
Whoever
Again,
was keeping
probably-
him from his food is now his food.
Right, right. Like, and you can see like in the front, you got good, muscle definition.
I
Like
mean, even his face is filled out. I mean, he was
Yeah.
looking really thin in the muzzle there, and now it's like
The
got
muzzle?
some fullness to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks like he's smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a happy fat bear. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
He looks almost like you could go up to him and give him a hug.
Oh my god,
I wouldn't
And,
recommend
like,
it. But
No,
No.
I
Hey, I
would
wouldn't
not.
recommend that. Yeah.
But yeah, you look how just again that spine, how smooth that is. Good
Mm-hmm.
lord, man! Like from the ripples, like that was like a really terrifying roller coaster in
Mm-hmm.
the before, and now it's like a nice smooth, like
And he's a returning champion as well.
a lot.
Oh, is he?
Multiple champions.
Mm-hmm.
oh wow, yeah, 16, 17, and
14,
2000.
16, 17, and 2021.
Oh, I didn't even
Wow.
see 14. Oh my goodness,
The
yeah.
inaugural Fat Bear Tuesday champion.
Oh my, Otis, man, like his
I can see
spine.
why.
was a rickety his spine was a rickety old wooden roller coaster, and he cleaned it up to one of these modern day slick ones that's all speed and no like broken joints.
The most mind-blowing thing about it is that those pictures are only taken a month and a half apart.
Are you serious?
Yeah, look at the dates on
I
the
didn't-
Yeah,
bottom.
look. Oh wow.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness, man.
the difference 45, 46 days does for you there, you know.
The work, right?
He was, yeah.
Jeez.
Damn.
He definitely prepped for this challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like starved himself like Christian Bale.
Yeah, yeah, and the machinist.
He went from the machinist to Dick Cheney, you know?
There you go, right? Good lord, man.
Like how they describe
like-
him like hunting for fish and stuff. Like he was patient. He did what he always did, you know. Instead of like, you would think that somebody this emaciated or a bear this emaciated would like get to the river and be like chasing fish down. But no, he's like, no, I'm gonna go sit by the waterfall and wait for him to come to me.
I don't think he had the energy to do that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You know what? And he's doing this. He's missing 2 canine teeth, and many of his other teeth are greatly worn. Ooh.
Is he
And
old?
he's still doing it. No, he's only 4 to 6 years old.
Jeez.
He's figured out the right tricks at the stream.
Like he is gumming the crud out of
He
those fish.
must grind his teeth in his sleep or something, or in his hibernation.
Right? Right? Must. All right, now we go to the next 747.
747.
My personal vote.
Yeah, that's
747 goes from
that's who I was leaning to, towards
slim and trim to
And again,
Just
like he was in
size of a
shape.
747.
Look, wait. Like he was in shape, right?
Yeah.
Like he's got good muscle, like throughout. Like he's got a thick neck. His spine is not like Otis's. But again, needs to work on the glutes.
I don't know, man. He kind of looks like a person in a bear costume just walking on his hands and knees.
right. He
a little
kind of
bit, yeah.
does. He kind of does. Like he's not carrying the back though. He is not. Baby does not have back in this picture, and so. But he's in good. It looks like he's in really good shape. Strong muscle definition and all
He's been
that.
skipping leg day.
Yeah, you know what? You got to work. You got to get those glutes. You got to get that nice little like curve and everything. You got to make sure you get
never
those.
skip leg day. Never skip leg day.
No. Gives you your support.
And that is a bear. Look at
Now
that.
he's the
Good
size of a
Lord.
747. Holy moly!
Yeah. Oh my god, man. Like, and it's all like it is full
Look at
on.
his,
Like,
his guts like 6 inches from the ground. I mean,
and his hind legs are like angled backwards. Like whoops.
they look like
or-
little
or-
stumps now
like-
compared to
like-
before.
They're
He
trying
might
to
be
use
about to take a
everything.
shit.
I know. Like his legs look like they're doing everything just to keep that back end up. Like they are just like straining. Like, oh, I gotta use different
that look on his
angles. I
Yeah,
gotta
so
like,
if I bend my
His
knees,
face is
I'm
almost
going
like-
down.
right.
That look on his face is almost like if I ever eat another salmon again, I'm good.
If I don't win this year, I give up. Like,
Yeah, really.
he's like, if I don't win this year, I'm never doing this again. What have I done to myself? Like, almost like a resigned. Like it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it.
And he is another returning champion.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Fat
Oh, yeah,
Bear Week
20
champion, 20 and 22.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So,
he's
won
one of.
last year.
If I get more than one vote, he's one of them. So. Yeah, he is. Well, that was September 2nd too, so he's fat early in that one.
Oh yeah. Oh my God! Right? Oh, here we are a month later. Yeah. And that was a 2-month difference. Man, like the amount, the volume of food that they get at this end of summer is insane. Because like you look, like most of these
My
pictures
teenage
are
son
like
can
July.
tell you about that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like most of those pre-pictures are in July. Like and like there's one in June.
Yeah,
July,
typically,
June,
yeah.
yeah. And then like come September, ballooning up. Like the volume, like and you like you got to think about this. Like a pound is, I don't know how this translates to bears, but at least with us, a pound is 3,500 calories, right?
Okay,
So
take your word for it.
that it's in order to gain a pound, you have to eat 3,500 calories over what you're expending, right? And
Yeah, like a value menu at Hardee's. Yeah.
right. So basically, an extra, yeah. Oh my God, dude. A burger at Hardee's. No, so like basically that comes out to like 500 calories extra for every day that week, right? To gain a pound, is you have to eat an extra 500 calories, right? And so, like, and for us, that's typically comes from things like cake and sweets, and because those
Hardee's.
really Hardee's,
Hardee's.
those really like high sugar content is what's doing it for us, right? Because is how we're getting the calories, but like they're doing it on something like fish, which is it's got a lot of omega fats, right? And it's got
but
some fats.
You got to keep in mind that when they eat the fish, they don't eat the whole fish. They really just rip the skin off and eat the entirety of the skin off of the fish because that's where all the fat's stored.
Right.
And they typically just leave the carcasses, and that's what all the birds eat. And stuff
Fucking
like
serial
that.
killers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they'll do that like 10 times in a row, like in a couple of hours, just ripping the fat basically off the fish and eating it whole,
Yeah.
And then they just leave the rest of it for the birds and other animals to eat. And,
Well, but again, there's a lot of fat in that in
Yeah.
fish meat too. But it's all healthy fat, right?
Yeah.
So it's different, right? But like still, and again, fat is 9 calories to, I think it's 6 for proteins and carbs, right? And so it's easier to do when you're eating that much fat, right? But fish is very, very healthy, right? It's very it's not going to be a lot of calories. So the volume of fish that they are like slaughtering, like the genocide that they are occurring, all right, that they are causing
mass
is
murder.
massive, right? Because look at this dude. Look at this guy. Look at Chonk. Look at Holly. Look at these bears. They are massive.
That's why
Right?
I'm not joking when I say that they eat their own weight in fish.
Yeah, and they're starting off at like 800, like 1,500 pounds, and then they're going even more massive. Like it's crazy to think about. Like when you really get into the details, I'm not a vet. I'm not a wild animal vet or anything like that. I don't know how this all works with bears, and I'm not.
How do you get a bear on a scale?
A lot of
He was once
tranquilizer.
estimated to weigh 1,400 pounds.
Yeah.
Like I can't, and like, so he's the size of a small car, right? And you go to like his before, That is not a small animal. So how much weight is he gaining, right? In just 2 months. In just 2 months. Like, you're talking about hundreds of pounds. Hundreds of pounds. Like, he may have been
He's twice the
1,000
bear.
pounds.
Yeah.
Right. Like 700 to 1,000 pounds in that first one. Like, and now, like, what? 1,500 pounds? Like, how much fish? Like, that's why, like, it is a holocaust of fish that these bears are devouring. Like, that is amazing to me. And being up here, like, I live in the Pacific Northwest. Like, my kids, my girls, they learn about the salmon. They, like, at one of their schools, they got to actually, like, raise a salmon and then set it free into the little creek that leads out to the waterways and stuff like that. And they got to track it, right? Because there was like these little trackers in the so that they can, you know, keep an idea of where the, like, it's part of a research or whatever, so they can keep an idea of where these salmon are going and, you know, how we're affecting them and making sure that we can keep it healthy and keep lots of salmon. Like, it's a really big push and everything. And like, you're just learning about this cycle of what they go through, right? And like and my kids are telling me this. And then these monsters are coming in. It's already a hard road that they have to go through. Like the poor salmon. And you have orca also that are joining in. Oh, the poor
And then the
salmon.
humans, of course, you know, at
Oh,
the
yeah.
mouth of
Right.
the river, you know, catching them
Oh,
in
yeah,
nets
yeah.
and
Yeah,
whatnot.
and according to the National Park Service, on days when many salmon are migrating in the river, a dominant male bear will sometimes catch and eat more than 30 fish per day.
Good Lord.
And we're
That's
talking like, these are
absurd.
not small fish either. They're like, you know, 20, 30, 40 pound fish. You know, they're big fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you look at them and like no like what is it, Pike's Market has that, like where they do the fish throwing that you'll see anytime there's a Seahawks game or like a Seattle sports team. Like they always go to Pike's Market to show the guys throwing the fish, right? And it's a two-hander, man. It's like they're launching, and it's a heavy like 16-pound like fish, like 10 to 16-pound fish, man. It is like 2 to 3 feet long.
Yeah, they said it's an equivalent of 100 pounds or 100,000 calories a day.
Jesus.
What?
Sheesh.
100,000 calories a day.
Yeah. You see how big you'd be in a month after taking in 100,000 calories a day. My 600-pound life would be I'd be getting
That would be a weight loss like show in this case. Like 600-pound would be a weight loss show.
Yeah,
like
for these guys.
for
like-
them. Yes, I'm talking us.
no. But that's what I'm saying. If that's what we were doing, like, and we were only getting to 600 pounds, that would be a weight loss show. Like,
yeah,
because
yeah.
like for us, oh my god, like again, it makes you think of like that South Park episode with Cartman, like going beefcake.
That's what this guy's saying right here. He's just sitting there, beefcake.
So you said 100,000 calories, right?
That's what they said.
28 pounds a day.
That's what they said, like between like 30 and 40 fish. So
That's 140 pounds in this season.
Jeez.
Like that for us. If we were doing 28 pounds a day. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I did that math completely wrong. Nope.
Math
I
is
was like,
hard.
no. Okay, sorry. I skipped a step. I'm just gonna average it out and say like 30 days in a month, and then 4,200 pounds in a season in this season. So yeah. That's why I say 600-pound life. That would be a weight loss show, because if you were doing this and only getting to 600 pounds, that's crazy. So
You are
The
the
amount of
biggest loser.
like, right? Like 600 pounds, like that is amazing. You are doing such a great job. So for this guy to only be 1,500 pounds, the amount of calories that he's burning on a daily basis, right? Because he's only making it to 1,500. Like, like again, I'm assuming the season, if they're starting in July, and now that it's like September, and they got a couple more months, like this, I'm assuming goes towards through November, because they're not hibernating until winter, right? So I'm guessing about 5 months. Like, and they're only getting to 1,500 pounds. They should be at 4,200 pounds. Like, the fact that they're not means that they are burning so many calories.
Keep in mind that they're doing this, like, okay, so winter comes a lot earlier in Alaska, so they'll be getting ready to hibernate a lot sooner than like December or anything like that. It'll probably be like November, beginning of November or something like that. I think the salmon run ends towards the end of September or something like that.
No. So they hibernate. The males hibernate from in mid-December to mid-March. So no, yeah. No. Like the women and the cubs go from November to April. So they're in there a little bit longer. It's the males so these males. So again, they're like, that's why, like, so no, like, yeah, mid-December. So they've got like 5 to 6 months, man. And the fact that they're only getting to 1,500 pounds, they are burning massive calories. They are burnt like, and it makes sense because there's so much muscle, like 100,000 calories a day, man. They are burning so much muscle, or so many calories a day for them to not get so bad. And so like this dude,
You get this weird like rocket equation thing where like they have to burn so many calories just to carry all the calories that they have.
yes, right? And so like this dude, 747, to get that big, this dude was packing like that 30 fish a day. This dude has got to be exceeding that to get there. Like, oh, dude is putting it back. Good on you. Him and Holly. Like Holly too, to get where she was to where she started to where she is. That girl was putting away some fish. Like take this into consideration now. Like, now that we've kind of gone through a little bit of like, again, my if anyone's a veterinarian or like a biologist that studies these animals and can correct anything that I said, but I'm going based on my knowledge of the human physiology and some basic like biological chemistry. That again, like, I'm assuming there's a they carry too. Like, that's amazing. That's amazing. All right. I have so much more respect for these animals, and I hope our if anybody watches this, I hope they gain immense respect for these creatures after this. Okay, sorry. Let's go back to the next one is 901. This beautiful, beautiful female. This yes queen.
Before?
So look, okay. Wait. The go back to the before. Let's talk about the before.
I'm there.
So like golden brown hair, lighter, but look how narrow that jawline is.
It's almost
right?
like a dog.
Yeah.
A German Shepherd.
And she even has a little bit of the ridging, the ripples in the spine, where you can see the spine, you can see the rib cage, you can see the pelvic bone. You know, she's lean, and also, like, if you go right where the shoulder is, there's a muscular indentation, right? That if you had fat, right there. If you had fat, that would absolutely not show, right? So this is and then also, like, there's a dimpling in the quad, right, or in the femur area. Yeah, right there.
Underneath the collarbone there too, where there's that. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about first. Oh. Yeah, around the shoulder.
Yeah, she does definitely look a lot thinner, but like, unlike Otis, she doesn't look like she just came out of a concentration camp.
True. Right. She is not a Holocaust survivor. right? So, but she is definitely a thin one. She is definitely a thin one. Okay, let's go to the after. So
That's
that
a
was
good-looking bear.
So July 27th, and the second one is 2 months later, September 23rd. So this after, sweet mother of all that's good and holy, round face. There's no dimpling in the collarbone. There's no dimpling in the quad in the femur area. You could still see the spine a bit. A little
It
bit.
might just be the way the fur's sticking up.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you can't see the ribs.
Mhm.
Like
Her face does kind of look like she's going through some shit.
I know.
Look at her
She's got some
forehead, though, like,
worries.
that's what really gets me is like on the top of the head, how much that rounds out with just
Yeah.
they fill out even on their head, with
It goes everywhere.
Goes
yeah.
everywhere, yeah. So
Yeah.
It does
she's-
say, with you saying that she went through some shit, it says in mid-September, though, one of her cubs disappeared.
Oh,
While
well, see, that would
911
explain it.
fished in the lower Brook River.
mm.
Oh,
So,
she is going
she
through
is-
some shit.
yeah.
Oh, poor girl. Like, and so like, again, like a little bit like,
But I'm cruel with my vote. I'm not going to give her a vote just out of sympathy.
no, but no, like,
No sympathy votes for bears. Sorry.
no, like, well, to me, like how, like she kept her appetite despite this, like how she's able to fill out despite that. Maybe she, like as bears, she just have to be used to it. And then also like, the stress hormones that come into play and appetite suppression and all these different things. I don't know about the a bear's neurological biology, but or
Stress is supposed to
neurobiology.
cause appetite suppression? I got that backwards.
No, it can. Again, that's why like when you have depression, it's like, do you have appetite changes is the question that you ask, because you can either eat too much or you can eat too little, and so
My problem when I get depressed is that I want to eat a lot, but I don't want to make any food.
Yeah.
yes.
I don't want to have to get up and get the food.
No, it's the grazing, right? It's the
Yeah.
grazing, right? You get into the grazing habit of those simple sugars, the simple carbs, like because you don't want to prep anything. You don't want it, right? And so you're eating too much. It's completely unhealthy, and your glucemic index, glycemic. Thank you. Your glycemic index spikes up.
Guess which one of us is diabetic?
Okay, but yeah, so she filled out. I'm not gonna say that she's like as big as some of the others, but she did well. I think that's a really good transition.
She did her best in a very difficult time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's, and again, like how you want to vote, anybody that's watching this, how you want to vote. If you want to vote based on like percentage increase or just general largeness, I think that would be a good question to take into consideration whenever voting. So, All right. And now we get to our last contestant, good old Junior.
So cute
8 or
and
6.
cuddly.
Yeah.
Looks a little scrawny in that
The
first picture
first
there.
year
Oh,
cub.
He's
Yeah.
tiny. He's just like the kid who enters the contest. He's so
Oh.
cute. Everybody loves him, but don't vote for him. He's just a kid. He's got to
Right.
earn his keep.
that's right.
And for the
No
after,
participation trophies here, darn it. Right. But no, let's talk about the before. Before you
Okay.
move on. All right. So, really, like, again, hair is not doing it, right? It's dried out, stringy. Like, this is hair that has not been conditioned for many a day, right? It does not. It's lots of natural oils. It's just not doing it, right? The thin, the face very light, the muzzle, like it's a triangle, right? It is a freaking triangle. What else do you guys notice about this?
Just looks thin overall. There's not a whole lot there. There's a lot of floof going on, so you can't really see a whole lot. But just the overall profile is relatively thin.
I don't know. Unlike most of the bears on this list, like if I saw this one running at me in the woods, I would just like get down on my haunches, like, "Oh, come here, come here."
You'd get down on your
proceeds
haunches.
As it proceeds to chew off your face.
Exactly. Like, oh, you're so cute.
No,
Yeah, go ahead, take the other one.
I don't need my eyes.
no, this one, I think I could take it. I think I could take it. I think I
About
could
the
take it.
size of a large dog, right?
I think
Yeah.
you could hurt its feelings just by yelling at it.
Yeah. And but I do want to put in there, okay? There are perils and advantages to fishing near Brook Falls. Many mother bears with young cubs shy away from the vicinity of the waterfall, but 806 did not avoid the area in 2023. She knew that Brook Falls provides bears with the very first opportunities to fish for salmon in early summer. Coming so close to other bears at the falls, however, increased the risk to her cub's safety. So this is actually is Junior 806? Yeah, Junior is 806. Okay. Yeah. In an effort to remain safe, 806's spring cub attempted to so it's 806's cub. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so I don't know
That's
who
why
806
it's 806
is.
Junior.
That's right. So I don't know who 806 is. I don't know if 806 is on the list.
806 probably got dropped out. Yeah.
Yeah. 806 is not on the list. Okay, so anyways.
Not in the running anymore.
There you go. So 806, in efforts to remain safe, 806's spring cub attempted to stay close to mom, even if it meant entering the swift and cold river. On several occasions, he was swept downstream or over the waterfall. In a notable event in late July, his mother fell off the falls as she caught a fish, which left the cub alone momentarily. A nearby adult male then pursued and attacked the cub, attacked Junior. Thankfully, 806 was able to return and successfully defend her offspring. Mother and cub returned frequently to the falls afterwards and throughout August. With salmon abundant in midsummer, 806's cub grew rapidly. His story showcases the risk and reward that bears find at Brooks Falls. He is the 2023 Fat Bear Junior Champion. So he has already won Junior Champion, and might be why he was brought into like the actual like championship, and is the only junior and the only cub to be on this list. All right, so let's go to the after. What did Junior do?
Got stuck in the rocks.
Was mauled by an adult male after getting stuck in the rocks.
Junior added some serious
Serious heft.
rear end onto that.
He's got some
right
curves.
Yeah. Like I talked to you about the importance of the glutes. Like look at that, like that light brown circle, right? That is a pelvic haunch right there. That is like a glute and lower back that is something to be impressed by.
Mm-hmm.
Like that big light brown circle.
And even
He's
his
all
ears
poofy.
look fatter.
They do,
Right?
Yeah.
Like the face is rounder, still a bit of a triangle, but I could definitely see why he won the junior competition. His front legs are thick, back legs are thick. He's got a big old belly, big old haunches. Dude is swole.
Dude is swole.
I'm still trying to figure out the look on the face there.
Yeah. It's kind of like
I think he's just
I'm
looking
here.
for fish.
I'm still here, motherfucker.
I was gonna say,
That's
is,
right.
is he like looking like mom? When are you coming in from the river? Kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
His mom might be out there fishing.
that's the
Bring
look
me
of
more.
somebody who's like when you're at the mall and your mom finds a friend and you just have to wait.
And you're just like, oh, come on.
Like, Mom-
Sadly, my children know that
Mom's
too.
on the other side of the the stream, getting a little something. And he's like, "Ah,
Not again.
right
Mom.
here,
Come
Mom,
on.
in the stream. Come on.
I thought you were right
We're
behind
eating
me.
here.
Mom, this is how I almost died last time. Okay. No, my children know that look from me, not from their mom, from having to wait around on me. If that's a surprise to anyone. So
No.
yeah, no. And so, like, that's why I laughed so hard when you brought that up, Eric, because I'm like, that one hits home. That hit home right there. I know that look. I know that look so well.
And that's it. Was this page helpful?
Yep, that's it.
Yes.
That's
Really,
all of
guys?
them.
Brilliant. All right, so let's go. Let's start with votes. Let's go, Joe. What's your vote? And we can wrap this up.
I don't know. I'm gonna go through them again, real quick.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm torn between Otis and 747. They're my two favorites.
Ah, you misogynist.
Yeah.
My-
If I
my
had to pick
two
a girl,
favorites-
I'd probably pick Holly. But
my two favorites
Is that-
are Chunk and 747.
Okay, yeah. Let's do two. That sounds good. Let's do two. Oh, God, you know what? Chunk is a good pick. Like, I
he's got
forgot
the best
about
name.
that. Yeah. No, and on top of it, like, so first off, like, Chunk has never won, right? So there's again, the underdog story to me, and I think I wrote him off because when it starts off, it has that split, and it's covering up the actual chunk of Chunk, right? And so I didn't realize that you could, like, I was on my phone trying to do this and I couldn't swipe it because Swiper said no swipe. Because,
No swiping.
Right.
No
Yeah, Swiper, no swiping, right? But when you sit there and you, like, do that, like, half swipe of, like, where you're looking at has his before, like, hindquarters, and then you swipe it over to see, and you're like, holy good God. Like, that is like, because again, like, even like the hump looks like it gets bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Like that back hump,
He
like
done inflated.
that, like that looks like
He
almost
looks like
like
he swallowed a
bloat.
balloon.
Oh, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it looks almost like bloat. Like,
Yeah.
do we need to like let some
might be
gas?
Beware
out?
of the
some serious-
flatulence.
Yeah, he's got some serious, like, he's bunged up. He needs
Get that cork out.
somebody give that man some cola.
Too much protein. Like, the dude needs to
Colon
flush out.
blow.
Yeah.
he needs Big D's chili flavored colon blow.
There you go.
I'm still.
It's
I'm thinking Chunk and Grazer. I mean, it's to me.
Grazer, yeah,
Grazer's
Grazer's a good one too, and so is Holly. They're both good.
yeah.
but-
I think
Yeah.
if you're going by sheer size, I think Chunk has to win. Chunk is just gigantic.
Mhm.
You know, I like. Okay,
where's-
so here's
There's
for me, like 747, and like was my initial pick, right?
Mhm.
Then we started getting into, like, really talking about him, and like, oh, dude, Grazer, good lord, yeah, that's
747's a 20-year-old bear. He's getting up there. This might
Yeah.
be his last year to win.
and like
Chunk's just a
right.
young guy compared to 747. So.
like so
747
740
deserves a lifetime achievement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he'll get the lifetime achievement.
I don't know, man.
award.
Look at Chunk. He's doing the thing with his legs too, where it looks
Yeah,
like
yeah,
forward.
right, like he's having to really, like, just like 747 looks like he's having to do, like, extra, like as a fat man, I understand the concept of having to position yourself to carry the wide load. So I get that kind of, like,
I think he's questioning getting out of the water. It's a lot easier to carry that shit.
I know,
underwater.
right? Like,
He's like, I'm a lot lighter in the water. I don't. Do I need to get out of this?
So initially I was like, okay, it's got to be 747, right? And then we started talking about it, and we got to Holly, and I was like, oh damn, dude, Holly, like, let me go back, like,
you know
Holly's
you got
the
a
one.
crush on Holly there.
I'm scared of Holly.
Yeah, like Holly, like
Scaroused.
I was gonna say, like, Holly. Yeah, I know, right? Holly's the one. I was like, Holly's the one that looks like she's gonna murder someone, right? Yeah. That's right. And that like,
You take
as
some
we
shit.
started to really kind of, like, break it down, I was like, okay, well, like, Hollywood is definitely, like, got to be on my list along with 747. But then going back and looking at Chunk, golly, man, and then Grazer. So, like, I think, like,
top.
what
three?
do you? What do you think? Like, let's do this. Like, let's break it down. Let's do top four. Okay. Who would be your top four?
I would go with Chunk, Grazer, Holly, and 747.
Here, let me.
Yeah, those are my
Let
top
me.
four.
I want to write this down. Okay, because we're gonna get all official now. D. Okay, so Chunk, Grazer, Holly.
And
747. Okay.
Because he's the size of one. Jesus.
Eric, do you have four?
Sure. I'll go with 747 and Otis. Along with, I guess I'll add Chunk and Holly.
All right, Joe. Do you know yours yet?
I'm probably gonna go Grazer, Chunk, uh, Holly, and then 747.
And then, so I am actually like Damien and I are in the same, like, again, I would go with, and again, this isn't in any particular order. Wait, is it Chunk or Chunk?
Chunk.
Chunk. It is
Like
Chunk.
like Chunk from Goonies. Yeah.
Do the
Yeah,
truffle
yeah, yeah.
shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chunk, I would do Chunk. And again, this is only in in the order that they're listed here, right, from top to bottom. So Chunk, Grazer, Holly, and 747.
So that was what Joe picked as well, right?
No.
No. Oh.
Oh wait, yeah, no, just different order. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that, let's sorry, Eric. Let's get rid of Otis.
Otis is
Okay.
off the island.
Because I was the only one who voted for him.
Wait, and who's the only one that I think? So Grazer, it only got 3. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's get Grazer out too. Okay. So we'll get rid of Otis, and then we'll get rid of Grazer because Grazer wasn't on everyone's. I know, I like Grazer. And Joe, that was
That's a fine ass female right there.
Grazer. Like, I would say Grazer even like I would say Grazer would probably win the percentage, like on like mass. Okay, so we've got Chunk, Holly, and 747. You have to pick 2. Okay. And then whoever like gets the least will get we'll vote them off the island.
Chunk and Holly.
Okay, so Eric is Chunk, Holly. Okay, so that's Eric's 2. Damien, who's your 2?
I'm also gonna go with Chunk and Holly. 747 just I don't know. He's deserving, but I think Holly just edges him out a little bit on her meanness and that look right there. She looks like she'd be mad at me for not voting for her.
Right. Okay, Joe, what about you?
Oh, and Morris has joined the discussion here. Who do you vote for? He says there's no cats on the list.
Joe, out of Chunk, Holly, and 747.
Sorry,
Who
I
would you
forgot I was still muted. I'm gonna go Holly and Chunk.
Okay. And so 747 was my original, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like Eric, that was your original
That
vote
was my
too.
original as well, yeah.
Yeah. And
That was one of my originals. So
right.
Yeah.
So like I think in talking about it, like I think Chunk knocked 747 off the list for me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with Chunk and Holly too.
So we're unanimous.
Yes. So now,
Well, Chunk is on the left and Holly's on the right, so it still works.
so let's. Okay, Before we say anything, I want you to take a second and pick who you, in your mind, no changing it, okay? Because I don't want us to influence anyone. Who do you pick, Chunk or Holly? Okay, and raise your hand when you got your pick.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, I can't. I'm sorry. Okay. So, Joe, who's your pick?
Holly.
Eric, who's your pick?
Chunk.
Damien, who's your pick?
Chunk.
Went with Chunk too.
That's fine.
So, and again, because when you said Holly, I had an inclination. That's why I did it, because I had an inclination to want to switch to Holly. So that's why I was like, nope. I picked Chunk in my head.
Too late.
Yeah, can't switch.
Right.
Can't switch.
I think what does it for me with Chunk is that big old scar across the nose. He's been through some shit. Fighting with other males.
I didn't even see that. Yeah.
It's both in the
And with
before and
the
after.
Wilford Brimley, man, totally just like he's coming to talk to us about diabetes and diabetes medicine treatment.
You know what happens when you get a fat ass like mine?
So for our show, like, at least democratically, the winner would be Chunk. Not Chunk. I'm used to the kids saying Chonky now.
Chunk.
Chunk.
I really
that's a
didn't
chunky
want to
one.
vote for him just because he's the first one on the list.
Yeah.
He's
I
gonna get
know,
so many
right?
votes
Same
just
here.
from being
Yes,
first.
just for being first. But Damien, you swayed me, man. Like, when you started talking to him and I started looking, I'm like, oh, he is it. Like, because also I'm like, his name is Chunk. Like, it's such an obvious name for a fat bear.
He's a big fuzzy chunk.
And you got to remember, this is Even Bear 747 deferred fishing spots.
Yeah,
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that.
He's the new male, dominant male on the creek or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the stream.
So, dude, I didn't even read that. That's great. Yeah. So, dude, again, he was my for me at least, he was not on my list.
He ranked among the river's largest and most dominant males.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he wasn't on my list. And I think because he was the first, I even just kind of went by. But yeah. Like, he was my long shot, and man, did he come out of nowhere, at least for me. But Damien, he swayed me. Right at the end when we were talking about and look at Chunk, and I was like doing that. I was like, after looking through everybody, I was like, oh wait, I forgot. Dang, he is so big. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just talk me into him. So Holly's, again, I love Holly though. She is a murder beast and will always have a place in my heart.
They need some cubs
She
together.
looks like
if they
Chunk's
don't already.
girlfriend to me, is what she's.
They need some
There
cubs
you go.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, please want that. Oh, please.
They'll be hunks.
Oh, Chunk and Holly making hunks. Oh, if there is anybody out there in the universe listening, please make that happen. Please make that happen. We need some hunks. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for our live stream, our pre-show. We'll go ahead and jump into our recording here in just a minute, but that's gonna be it. This actually lasted longer than I expected, and it was actually a lot funner than I thought it was gonna be. This was really just something
This
I
was
came
fun.
up
Very
with.
entertaining. Yeah.
I thought this was going to be like 5 minutes and we're going to talk about something else, but no, we
exactly,
just, just kept going.
An hour
Yeah.
of bear talk.
Right?
And we learned some shit.
Fat
Yeah.
bear talk. Yeah.
No. And on top of it, it wasn't actually as sexual as one would think fat bear talk would be.
Fat bears talking about fat bears.
That's right. Yeah. So anybody that watches this, thank you so much for watching this. Please like and subscribe, and share the video, and check out our podcast that we're going to be recording, and eventually getting up. So much love, and talk to you soon. Bye.
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 All right, I'm hitting
True
end.
winners are the bears we met along the way.